This is Tom's World Beer Tour, a podcast story featuring Tom Bowman and Tom Bradley. Now, crack one open and let the tour begin.
You know, truth be told, we generally have one crack before he says crack one open.
Yeah, we pre-crack. There's a show, and then there's the pre-crack.
Some pre-crack.
And then there's the post-crack.
Is that like a little tuft of hair on a plumber's back?
The pre-crack.
That's the pre-crack, because you know it's coming. He's like, well, let me just get down there and look for this. You're like, you see the hair come up, the T-shirt pops up, then the hair. You're like, it's pre-crack. It's pre-crack.
You know when you're out on the trail and there's like some overgrowth, and you're like, just on the other side of that overgrowth is this beautiful trail.
That got really scary for a moment.
Wait, are we talking about plumbers? What are we talking about?
I don't know what we're talking about. And if you're seeing plumbers on the trail, you need to run. And that's scary, which, by the way, this is Halloween number 2. This is our second Halloween podcast.
Part 2.
We never planned on making it 2. We knew we'd do something Halloween involved, but what we started last week now has led over into another episode. So this is part 2.
Part 2.
Of the Halloween. How are you? I want to ask you. I want to ask you that.
I am lovely. I'm a little tired.
Mm-hmm.
It's been a busy. Let's see. We were together last Wednesday.
Yeah.
And since last Wednesday, I have been go.
Okay. I have been. I mean, I've been busy enough, but you've been busier than me. I'm in a little bit of a funk today.
I noticed that when you came in.
Yeah, like I'm missing things.
We're missing a guest who was supposed to show up and talk with us.
Well, and it only pisses me off. And I'm going to tell you why it pisses me off.
Please.
And I don't know why he had to say he can't make it. But we're going to rip on Doug.
Yeah, the handsome bass player.
He was supposed to be here.
Yeah.
And so I sent you guys a message because we're doing Halloween frickin' candy with beer today.
Well, that's because the Bad Roadie is very considerate. And he sent a text today and said, guys, I'm feeling a little viral. Not virus, but viral. And I don't think I should be there today.
You talk about considerate.
That's very considerate.
I mean, that's a considerate. Can we just...
Thank you.
Very nice, very nice.
He's still a bad roadie, but he's a good friend.
Now you go to the other side of the coin, you got Doug.
Who texts us.
And said he was going to be here.
And he does this every week. He always says, where are you guys going to be at? And sometimes we're out someplace. We're at a bar or a restaurant or whatever. And sometimes we're here at my house. And we're considerate. And we go, hey, man, we're going to be here. We're there. And from time to time, he shows up. More often if we're out away from my house. But sometimes here. He was
sometimes
here last
he will.
Wasn't he here last week? No. He was here before that.
But the thing, he said he'd be here. And then I sent you guys a message. I said, what's your favorite Halloween candy?
Correct. And he jumped right in there.
And no, he didn't jump right in there.
Are you sure?
No, because I went to one store and he hadn't responded. So I bought enough stuff. And then I get in the car and I look down. He did respond. And he said 3 Musketeers.
So you sent that text at 4:04. I, at 4:05, said Twix.
Yeah, Twix.
Then the Bad Roadie at 4:18, who is ill.
Can't even be here.
Jumps on with Reese's. And then you're right, Doug Whitworth at 4:19. So 15 minutes later.
And now I'm in the store. I miss the text. I buy stuff. I get back in the car. And he says 3 Musketeers. So what do? I stop at a second store, and I buy him his damn 3 Dudes bar. Because only he would want 3 dudes.
Correct.
So I buy it for him, and then I walk in here, and you go, by the way, Doug said he can't make it. I'm like,
23 minutes later, he sent a text.
Doug, for God's sake.
Can't make it tonight. Have a great show.
And I got him like a king-size 3 Musketeers, and I'm like, I can't eat all this damn candy.
No, it can stay at my house and go in the freezer.
Fine. So you're gonna have that. We don't even have to open it if you don't want to tonight.
No, I don't want to open it. But I'll throw it in my freezer.
That'll be your call. Let's talk about a couple of things. Number one, we are about a month and a half away from hitting our 1-year mark.
Yeah, this is episode 40, by the way. 40.
I don't know what we will do at the 1-year mark.
Right.
But something special.
I would hope so.
So that'll be coming up. Also, we're likely to take off the week of Thanksgiving.
I'm fine with that.
So that's
I still have to travel that week, so I'm okay with that.
Yeah, that's I mean, and I try to work as little as I can that week because I like to have a lot of family time.
Well, Wednesday's a prep day for the big day, right? And then you got Thanksgiving itself, and then the Friday. Unfortunately, I'll be on a plane that Friday.
Okay.
Somewhere, who knows?
Where. So we have a few episodes till we hit that. We'll try to figure out what's going to be coming with that. Tonight's going to be exciting as we celebrate Halloween. I love Halloween.
Are you dressing up Sunday?
Well, Sunday's weird because we are traveling and have a wedding. on Saturday night.
So you're dressing up as a wedding guest.
I thought about actually dressing up for the highway ride back 7 hours and being like a werewolf in the car. And you're like driving along. You're like, "What's up, dude?" And you'll just seeing how many looks I get from people.
You just roll down the window. Ow!
Yeah.
Werewolf.
I really should do that.
You should.
I'll think about it.
We're dressing up in the booth.
On Saturday night.
Saturday night, college football Saturday night, YouTube and Facebook.
Uh-huh.
Broadcast is at 7:30 East. We are at North Carolina State in Raleigh-Durham, North Carolina. Our boys from Louisville
will be there.
Coming in, Louisville. And so I'll give you a preview. Ready? Mike Golick.
Well,
I'm going to tell you the costumes real quick. Mike Golick, 6'5", 240 pounds, is going to be Moses.
Well, I kind of dig that.
Could you imagine?
Is he religious? Is that part of it?
He went to Notre Dame.
He's religious enough.
I think he's Catholic like I'm Catholic.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm scared of what could happen, but I'm not smart enough to do things to prevent it.
Right.
So Kate, who has just moved to Philly from the West Coast because she's now the voice of the Sixers.
Right.
Her box of costumes is still on the West Coast. Right? I know, that's the same. She has a box of costumes
for Halloween
at her. She didn't say Halloween specific, just a box of costumes.
Well, I mean, we have a huge couple of boxes of Halloween garb. Yes, we do.
Okay.
And it can, and anytime someone walks in there like, I got to be a witch, Deb's like, we got you covered.
There you go. I don't have any of that.
Yeah.
So I went to Amazon and I got myself a costume.
You ordered a costume from Amazon?
I did.
Okay.
It took a lot of time and a lot of thought. Now, mind you, I'm not on camera very much on purpose because we do this thing and I don't need to be on any more cameras. So I'll give you a little preview first. This is my costume.
That's what it says?
That's the shirt that says, "This is my grumpy costume."
And it's a picture of Grumpy from the
That's right.
Seven Dwarfs.
So I'm just going to throw this over my polo in the booth, and that's my costume.
Well, that's good for you.
Yeah.
Now it's not going to work for me in the car coming home. I got to do something more
No,
exciting.
you got to put on like a full-blown mask or
which would be funnier. I'm a werewolf and I look over and I go, "Oh," or a clown.
Clowns scare people.
I know.
So, like, you're driving along, and then you look over.
Werewolves don't scare people. Clowns scare people.
Way more than werewolves, I'll tell you that. I have friends that have that. I don't know what the clown phobia is called. There is such a thing,
I
right?
know there is.
Clownophobia?
Sure.
Let's go with that. And they used to work with us on football Saturdays, and we have TV screens all over the studio floor. And this one year, the movie Pennywise was on TV. And we quietly changed one of the televisions.
Is it called Pennywise or It?
It's called It, but
Pennywise
is the clown in the gutter with the
right.
red balloon, the whole thing, right? So we turned one of the TVs onto that movie to see how long it would take before he noticed that this movie was on.
Oh, God.
Oh, it was great.
What is here? Clowns just I don't want to say confuse me. They don't make me happy. They make me like, what are you doing? That's kind of what it is. I look at them, and pretty much when I was about 8 years old on, I looked at them like, what are you doing? And they're like, here, man, making a balloon animal. I'm doing this. I'm like, and I'm like, what are you doing?
Here's the problem.
I'm 8 years old. You're not fun.
Right.
And you're not funny.
And you're not funny. But when we were kids, like there was like Bozo the Clown. Funny.
On television.
Yeah, on television.
I don't know how funny he was,
right?
but
you'd go and see a clown in person, and we didn't know this till we were older. It was some, I wouldn't say down on their luck, but like some struggling actor, comedian, entertainer who just the makeup isn't quite right, and
with a pint of Mogan David in their back pocket.
Yeah, and the little bald cap is dirty and gross.
Right.
And, there's a little smudge right here.
Oh God.
You know what I
Like,
mean?
what was he doing backstage?
And they're trying to paint on a smile, but all they can do is frown. And
Right,
you can see
yeah.
the frown through the smile.
And then they're over here and they go to juggle something, and I'm like, what are you doing? You're not entertaining. You're not funny. What are you doing?
No.
So I've never been scared of clowns. I've always been more like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
But
that movie, that clown
I know.
is in the sewer.
He's a freakazoid.
You
all
know,
the
on
way
my
through.
cul-de-sac, there's one of those sewer openings down here at the bottom, because all this water comes down our cul-de-sac. I think there's a clown in there.
Okay.
I'm convinced.
Don't go reaching down there.
No.
Well, that could be one of the movies coming up. We're going through still now the top half of the best horror flicks of all time.
Yeah.
And
Are you more of a top half or a bottom half?
It's funny that you asked that.
Yeah.
Because I'm not going to answer that. I'm going to tell you right now, I'm going into the top half also of the worst horror movies.
Oh, you have the worst top half.
Of all time. So we're getting ready to go into that. I think you're going to enjoy the idea, the artwork, and the flavor of our wonderful, delicious conversational beer this week.
Ooh. Is it going to pair with candy?
It's probably going to pair almost too well. I don't know how to pair with candy, so we're going to see what goes on.
I'm going to finish the tailgater here.
This is your music bed that someday you're going to hear a trombone lead when this guy decides to
one
actually
of these days.
give
When I
us a
get some
lead
time off.
on this thing. All right, let's see if I can bring this up here. We got our
So
cooler.
while you're getting the beer ready, let's do some housekeeping, right?
Yeah, please take care of that.
As always, you're watching this somewhere, right? If you're watching this right now on either Facebook or YouTube, we appreciate that. On YouTube, hit subscribe. That way you get notified. On Facebook, hit follow. Like is nice, but follow is better. Don't forget, you can always catch us as a podcast the next day, which would be Thursday mornings. Apple, Stitcher, iHeart, all those great places. And now, of course, as we mentioned, you can also get the podcast inside of Facebook. It pulls it right in automatically on Thursday mornings as its own little post.
You've really made it way too easy for everybody to enjoy this.
I like to be easy.
All right, it's time for our conversational beer then. I want you to look at, I'm going to hand it to you. I guess I'll show it to the camera first.
Yeah, sure.
I want you to look at the monster on the front of this can.
Okay.
This is from Four Hands Brewing out of St. Louis.
Okay.
It is an ale with natural flavor. The name of the beer is Absence of Light. How does that look right there?
Absence of light. That looks wonderful.
Are you able to see it?
It's like a gargoyle-y lizard creature thing.
A nasty-ass thing over there. And this is peanut butter chocolate milk stout.
Oh, my. This
It's
is
almost-
this is not a float beer.
No. And this is almost Halloween candy on its own.
I mean, the absence of light is because you can't see through this beer.
No, you're not going to be able to. You want to pour it out?
Yeah, I'm going to pour
Do
it.
you have a couple?
Yeah. Do I have
It doesn't have to be a large one, just a small one, and I'll pour additional samples as
Well,
I
here,
go
we'll
along.
do this. Here,
That's
we'll
perfect.
do these.
That is very perfect.
These are normally whiskey.
You've never had this, right?
No.
What do you think about this before you even get into it?
So, I like a fruit forward
IPA.
So I'm not afraid of a beer that's got non-traditional beer flavors. I do like a stout. I do like a breakfast stout, things like that. So I'm intrigued by this. There is, of course, the bourbon barrel-aged beer that we enjoy every year. Boy, that is dark.
It is dark and thick. And
Look, it is absent of light. Look, if I put this right on the camera,
You're not going to get through that.
you
thing.
can't see me through there. You can see my reflection. That's about it.
So we're gonna break up the horror flicks and the candy. We'll go back and forth in these things.
Wow. Can you smell that?
So, oh yeah.
Wow.
And so remember,
All right,
it's
cheers.
chocolate peanut butter. Let's just have a sip of this and get into a couple horror flicks. Here we go.
See. Okay.
Wow.
First instinct.
Yeah.
There was a Reese's peanut butter cup cereal. They were little balls.
Yeah, man. Reese's Puffs.
Yeah,
Right? Is that what it was?
Yeah, right.
Is that what you're tasting on
Is
there?
that not what you get off of this from the beginning?
Could you pour this over that cereal? And
Oh
eat
my
it for
God!
breakfast?
Then I would actually drink the milk in the bottom of the bowl.
Yeah. It's
Right?
right along those lines. When they say chocolate peanut butter, it absolutely is.
That's delightful.
There is no question about that.
It's like a breakfast beer.
Wow. I don't even know what we're going to be like putting candy with this, but we're going to try it here in just a little bit. All right. Last week, we got halfway through our list. You generally, I think you mentioned a couple that were in the top 101 to 200, but then you went through the number 100 to about 51. Right?
Yeah. So I'm sitting on 50 right now, and this is put together by the guys that do Rotten Tomatoes, but we're calling it pumpkins.
Yeah. So it's how
for
many
Halloween.
pumpkins?
How many pumpkins? And it's not
does he get?
in order of the pumpkins necessarily. I think the pumpkins are on there for reference.
Yeah.
But it's not in order of the pumpkins because, for instance, number 50 has 83 pumpkins and number 49 has 95 pumpkins.
Yeah, so that doesn't really make sense.
But I guarantee that the next one doesn't have more than
but
95.
the number of pumpkins is an aggregate of a lot of people that do the voting on this thing, right?
Right.
But they went ahead as the editorial staff at RottenPumpkins.com,
RottenPumpkins.com.
and they ranked them. So go ahead and give us number 50.
Dude, we're like a week away from Rotten Pumpkins.
It's gonna happen.
It's so awful.
You can almost smell
I don't
it.
put pumpkins out at my house anymore. Do you put pumpkins out at your house?
Oh God, yeah.
Why?
Oh yeah, a couple
Why?
of reasons. Number one, it's traditional, and I care about tradition. Maybe you don't care about entertaining children on Halloween, but I do, man.
No.
And then I carve, and I do. That's one of the few arts I'm actually good at. And we always roast up the pumpkin seeds.
You can
They're
buy
so-
pumpkin seeds in the
I don't
store.
want. You cannot buy what we do. The flavor
You
is
stick
off.
your hand inside of that pumpkin. And
That's its own horror flick, I think.
It
as a matter
is.
of
It's
fact. Give me
disgusting.
number 50.
and then you leave it out on the porch, and then some kid throws it.
Now, hopefully they don't. We got surveillance cameras these days.
Yeah, it's true.
They didn't have when I was a kid.
No, thank God we didn't. Number 50, I don't know that I've ever heard of this movie, from 2019, Midsommar. Midsommar. Midsommar.
Wait. S-O what?
Sommar. Midsommar.
What the hell is that?
A young American couple, their relationship foundering, traveled to a fabled Swedish. Okay, that's the problem.
Wow.
It's Swedish.
But they list this as one of the top 50.
Number 50.
Give me the next couple, and then I'll give you a couple of bad
this is
ones.
awful.
That sounds like a bad one.
Number 49 from the year 1958.
Uh-huh.
The original The Fly.
Dude, I got to tell you, man, when it came out, it was the thing.
Vincent Price.
Yeah.
Once again, goes
Do you
back
know
to Vincent Price.
do you know the last scene in that movie?
No. Because I was
Can
born,
I give you the
I wasn't born
spoiler
until
alert?
69.
It doesn't matter. The spoiler alert on this thing is, while the fly is grotesque through the whole thing,
Mm-hmm.
and I think you kind of know the premise, this guy has been transformed into part fly,
Right.
and a fly was transformed into part human.
Ugh.
They swapped heads and a hand. That was it. At the end of the movie, they're out there searching for the fly, and they never find it. And the guy winds up like killing himself or whatever. At the end of the movie, they're talking on a bench out in this big estate, and they hear something like, "What is that?" "Help me! Help me! Help me!" And they look down, and there's a fly with a human head screaming out, "Help me!" It's caught in a spider web, and here comes a spider to eat the some bitch. It is, and this. What year did you say this was?
So the head was shrunken because it's on the fly's body.
Yeah, and the fly's head was enlarged on the man's body. So
1958.
yeah, dude, in 1958, this was the shit. It was scary as hell. And they can't take it, so they grab a rock and they kill the entire spider web because they're like, "What can we do?"
Right.
And they put the whole thing out as misery. There's your spoiler alert. And actually, as movies go in 1958, that was the shizzle. That was good stuff.
All
I'm
right.
just telling you.
All right.
All right, go on.
Well, number 48, also from the 50s, 1953. I have seen this movie, The House of Wax.
Damn it. What, does the wax come to life?
Vincent Price, once again.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you know
yeah.
what? I don't think I know the movie real well. You do know it?
Yeah. I mean, I've seen it. It's
House of
Ugh.
Wax.
Uh,
What's with Vincent Price? He was just a scary bitch.
Yeah, he
right?
was. House of Wax is a 3D horror delight that combines the atmospheric eeriness of the Wax Museum with the always chilling presence of Vincent Price.
Yeah, he is chill.
Dude, wax museums freak me out.
If they're good.
Oh, they're just awful.
If it's awful if they're
Oh,
good.
yeah, no, I hate going to them.
Vincent Price was from just down the road, as a matter of fact.
Really?
St. Louis, Missouri.
Wow, good for him.
Here we go on the worst horror flicks of all time, number 25, The Devil Inside.
Ew. Is
Um,
that not a porno?
it's
We've had a few pornos on this list. That's
well,
why
it's
I'm
really
asking.
hard to tell. Again, they're not supposed to be horror. They're supposed to be horror.
Yeah,
At
who are
number
who are
24,
movies?
Troll
Oh.
2.
Oh, yeah, 2.
Troll 2.
Because 1 was so amazing.
Um,
Those movies are ridiculous.
this sounds like one. There were a few we saw in this last week in the number 26 through 50
Mhm.
that we recognized. And the next one has some big names. We'll get back to that in a moment. Let's take
All
a
right.
break for some candy.
Let's do that.
All right. I think we're going to start with what you asked for.
Oh, yeah.
And I like it. And I got you a large package so you can keep whatever's left
Oh,
over. Can we
look
just
at that.
split one of them?
Yeah.
It's a Twix.
Look
bar.
at that. I love the Twix. I like when you get the Halloween bag of Twix. It's just a little tiny,
Right.
like 1/8 of a Twix bar.
All right. I'm just taking this.
All right.
You eat whatever you would like to out of that
I
package.
don't want not a ton because we're having dinner after this.
Yeah.
We typically go to dinner a lot after.
Whoa! Don't you dropped your Twix, man.
No, I got it.
Okay.
I got it. But when you pick this up off the ground and you go, oh look, remember? Now this is not the candy from the movie, but remember Caddyshack?
Oh yeah.
The Baby Ruth.
Absolutely.
And he's like, oh, it's okay.
Baby Ruth, by the way.
Oh, man.
That's a good bar, too.
This is so good.
How does that work for you?
Oh, my God. Here, let me wash it down with a little bit of this peanut butter ale.
Okay, I'm doing the same thing.
I'm good with that.
Mm-hmm.
I could do that.
That's really good.
Not very healthy.
Most of what we're doing is chocolate.
It's probably grossing people out that they have to hear me chew it, but
Well,
this is, after all, an audio product that has cameras. So you saw me eat it, but
that
Good.
Twix bar is a damn good candy bar.
right? Now, which one did we have, the left side or the right side? Because there's a difference.
We had the left.
Shit. I signed a deal a long time ago for the right.
The right's to the right.
Well, they signed my right to be on the right, which is odd because I'm never on the right, but on a Twix I am.
We're going to have to go back and edit this then and say it was the right one.
Oh, my gosh.
That's a damn good candy bar.
I know, right?
I haven't had Twix in 10 years.
So really what this big bar is it's two Twix candy bars. There's 2 and 2. It's not like one big giant Twix stick.
Right.
You know this is only 110 calories per serving.
What's a serving?
Like a bite, probably.
Read up on it. What is it? What's a serving?
Let's see.
A Twix bar or a two?
No, there's 4. So there are 4 servings in here.
So it's a bar. So you and I had.
We just kind of.
How many calories did I just have?
Not 110.
I had half of that?
Not even half.
Okay.
I bet you had 30. And I had 80.
I don't need more than about 200 calories with this.
A
And we're
day?
drinking a beer that's probably worth at least that, I would
Yeah.
imagine. It's not going to give us that on the can, I don't think.
But it's funny because neither one of us have little children in our house. But we always have Halloween candy. Like we put a bowl. I'm not a huge fan of going to the door. You probably are. I'm going to guess that right now.
Actually, I really, really enjoy Halloween.
I know you do.
I love talking to the kids.
I know you do.
The ones who are younger and they can actually speak, and you say something like, "What are you?" And of course, they're freaking Dorothy from Wizard of Oz. You know,
Right.
What are you? And they're like, "I'm Dorothy." It's
Right.
like, "Oh, I didn't realize," because you don't know what to do. And now
Yeah.
they're like, "That son of a bitch didn't even recognize me."
Yeah, you're that guy.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
You know which
No,
guy? You know which guy I am?
Which one are you?
I leave the bowl on the porch
Close the door.
and close the door.
Smoke
and
a
put
cigar
put a
and have a
sign on there that
glass of
says,
whiskey.
"Please take one." You know what I did last year? I
What?
think we left, and so we didn't want to be rude, so we left a big gigantic bowl of candy,
Uh-huh.
and we put a sign that said, "Please take one and smile for our camera so we can see your costume."
Oh, wow.
You like that?
And then everybody behaved themselves.
And everybody knows we have a camera watching them.
Have you? That's a great idea. We have left the bowl out there before for people.
Yeah.
And when we're around, we'll go, whatever you can hold in one hand is yours. And you look at kids that are about 8,
Yeah.
and they're like, and they'll actually say this, "Mister, are you fucking kidding?" And I'm like, "No, get on that thing."
Well, we
and
do
they
live in
reach
some
in
rough
there.
neighborhoods.
They reach in there and they're like, "Damn!" And sometimes it's like the monkey with the nuts in a tree in Australia. I want to explain that to you.
Wait.
They can't get their hand out of the frickin' pumpkin. Okay, we got
You
a
just
pumpkin.
said monkey, nuts, trees, and pumpkins all in the same sentence.
Someday I'll tell you about the story about how to find water in the outback of Australia. So they reach in there and they can't get it out. I'm like, if you can't get it out, then they try to lose one and they lose the whole
They
bunch.
lose
I'm
all.
like, can I reach again?
No, one
You're
shot.
like, one shot, man.
Here's how it
It's
works.
like the crane thing.
The crane thing. So you get one shot at getting as much out as you want, and if you drop it as a
It's all
consolation
gone.
prize, we'll give you one.
We'll give you one.
Here you go. And
then
it's
it's
like
done.
sweet tarts.
I'm really enjoying this beer.
I am too.
All right, give me some more of the best horror flicks of all time.
So number 47 from the year 2009. So a little more modern.
Okay.
Makeup's probably a little better.
Okay.
Drag Me to Hell.
Never saw that. Sounds good though. And
Sam
they're giving-
Raimi. Sam Raimi, good director.
Okay, and they're giving it high marks, man.
High
Put it in
marks.
the top
Sam
50.
Raimi returns to top form with Drag Me to Hell, a frightening, hilarious, delightfully campy thrill ride.
You know what you've made me realize in reading these is that because I love scary movies, I love them. I have not seen enough in my adult life.
Yeah, they're not. I like suspense movies. I don't necessarily like bloody, gory
Not
horror
just
movies.
Slashers are one thing,
Yeah.
but a horror flick that's scary. You know what's really scary? Little children in a movie that, that possess like Satan.
Twins, evil twins.
Hey man, that's what
Like
they had
that
in
movie,
The Shining.
like that movie, The Circle, which I'm sure is
That's
going
right.
to show up on
That's
this
right.
list.
Okay, next.
I think I went to school with those girls. Coming in at 46 from the year 2014, so another modern movie. 96 Pumpkins.
Okay, all right.
96 Pumpkins. A girl walks home alone at night. Now here's the problem I have with this.
That's not the name of the movie.
That's the name of the movie.
It is?
So this is what this tells me. This was the working title that never got changed.
Somebody finally made the graphic, and they made the poster, and they're like, crap, we forgot to.
They did, and it's not
forgot.
very good. I'm looking at the poster right now, and it's horrible.
The name of the movie, I thought you were going to give me the
No.
plot, and I was supposed to guess it.
No,
good
but here's
God.
what the critics say, that the girl walks alone home at night in the woods, uphill both ways, blends conventional elements into something brilliantly original. How can it be brilliantly original when the name is A Girl Walks Home Alone at Night?
Nope.
Not going to happen. And serves as a striking calling card for writer-director Anna Lily Amapour.
Yes, she is.
I guess.
Give me the next one.
That's the dumbest thing I've ever seen. Number 45 from last year. So anything that came out last year, already tainted.
During the freaking pandemic?
Already tainted. Although I will say, as I say this out loud, here's the thing. When a movie goes straight to video, that's never a good thing. But last year, that was a good thing.
Well, things have changed, haven't they?
Well,
And we don't say really straight to video, straight to streaming.
I mean, how about this? It's not a horror movie, but the new reboot of the movie Dune
Uh-huh.
that came out in the 80s with Sting, which is why I went to go see. I was a big Police fan, and
Okay.
Sting was in Dune. That movie just came out in theaters or on HBO Max.
Right now, in this present time.
Right now.
And it's Dune 2?
It's a reboot of Dune. It's the original Dune, but it's redone for this
Okay.
this era. So new graphics and
Well, I
and all
saw
this stuff.
some of the clips on it. It looked really good.
But here's the interesting thing. It's either in theaters or on HBO Max. I have HBO Max, but I don't have to pay extra to watch Dune.
Yeah.
It's part of my HBO Max. I don't know how
Yeah.
they're making money.
Well, right now you just sold it. People are buying it.
People should go. They should
That's
go
where
get
it's going.
HBO Max.
Okay, so what is it?
All right, number 4. What did I say?
45?
45. His House from 2020, featuring genuine scares through every corridor. His House is a terrifying look at the specters of the refugee experience and a stunning feature debut for Remy Weeks. All right, let me give you the synopsis. The critics are screwing this up. A refugee couple makes a harrowing escape from war-torn South Sudan. Well, it's already frightening. But then they struggle to adjust to their new home. Is this really a horror movie?
I don't know. And Sudan's back in the news in the last 2 weeks with the uprising.
So we've
they have
escaped
there, so
from
I
a
don't-
deadly country.
You know, look, if I want to go watch CNN, I'll go watch CNN. I don't need to have it over here. Okay.
I don't get that at all.
This is the worst horror flicks of all time.
Thank God we have this beer.
At number 23, do you know the movie called Nothing But Trouble from 1991?
No. Is that one
Well,
of those
you
cheerleader,
might
is that one of
know-
those cheerleader films where the
No.
outcast girl really turns into a cheerleader and popular?
Wow, I like that. Is that coming up on your list?
You need another piece of Twix?
No, hey, don't you save your appetite, young man. You've got more candy to eat.
I know.
He's eating the Twix
I
anyway.
know.
You might recognize one or two players in the movie from 1991, Nothing But Trouble.
Well,
Chevy Chase,
what?
Dan Aykroyd,
What?
John frickin' Candy,
Speaking of candy,
Demi Moore.
it's Demi.
Do you?
It's Demi.
I like to, if you listen close, if you listen back to what I said, I combine Demi and Demi. That's that. You have to listen to it again as I said it.
All right, do it again.
Now you're messing me up.
Okay.
If you listen back, you'll know. No, it's Demi and Demi.
Right. So what you call it, dummy?
So you have to say Demi. See, you say Demi.
Got it.
Okay.
No.
She's in it also, directed by, well, that famous director that we know well, Dan Aykroyd. No wonder they gave it
Oh, my God.
horrible shot on him at a 23.
It's a horror movie
That's what they listed as. Yes.
or horrible movie?
Nothing But Trouble. Nothing But Trouble. And in 2019, at number 22 is Jacob's Ladder. Michael Ealy,
Oh, yeah.
Jesse Williams,
I thought that was a sci-fi movie.
Jacob's Ladder. Well, they've got it listed on here. I don't know. Number 22 on the worst of all time. Another piece of candy for you?
No, I'm good for now.
Yeah, but you weren't supposed to eat that.
Well, you didn't stop me.
All right.
All right, let me do this.
You're going to be washing that down with beer. You're going to need another one of these
And then we're going out to dinner, for God's sakes.
beers over here.
Holy crap. All right, let me run through like 5 or 6. All I want you to do is tell me if this is a movie you've ever even heard of.
Okay.
All right,
These
fair enough.
These are the best horror flicks of all time.
These are the best. Now we're hurtling towards the best of all time.
All right.
We're at 44. So at 44, Ready or Not from 2019.
No.
No, I didn't think so. Number 43, Tigers Are Not Afraid from 2017.
Why is that such a bad title?
That's horrible. By the way, that Tiger King or whatever thing from Netflix, Part 2 is coming out soon.
Yeah, good luck with that.
That's a horror movie.
Yeah, it's something like that.
All right. So 42, Mandy.
From Barry Manilow? A lot of people don't like it, but I don't know that it's scary.
And then at 41, and this is where we'll land for a second, from 2017 with 86 Pumpkins, It.
All right. Well, there you go. God, I can't believe it's already 17. That was the whole remake, the whole thing coming back.
Yeah, 2017, number 41. So, I mean, we finally we got to a movie that I think we can go, yeah, that's a great movie. I mean, House of Wax and all that stuff, that's fine. Those are old 50s movies with Vincent Price. They're all good in their own way.
It is Stephen King, right? And so it's one of those things that clowns are supposed to be fun for kids. Mm-hmm. Isn't there a chance that small kids in a house wind up seeing it before they're old enough to be ready?
Oh, of course. You know why? Because parents don't care.
Parents aren't paying attention.
They're like, oh, look, this movie has a clown in it. We'll put our kid in front of it. He's 4.
Oh, God.
Little Billy.
I can't imagine being terrified by a freaking clown because doesn't he? Right?
Oh, it's horrible. Horrible, horrible, horrible. So that's one out of a few that you got so far. Number 40 from 1973, Don't Look Now.
Give me the synopsis on that.
Still grieving over the accidental death of their daughter, Christine, John, and Laura. That's it. That's all you get.
Who was in that movie? Does it say?
Julie Christie, Donald Sutherland.
Yeah, both of those names are very large.
Don't Look Now. We're in a bad movie. Don't Look Now. We're in a bad movie.
1973. I want to check that out. Okay, I'm going for another candy as we're celebrating
Is this
Halloween
your candy or is this Doug's candy?
No, this is neither. I thought we needed something that was a little bit different away from the chocolate.
Like a palate cleanser?
A Payday.
Ooh, I do like a Payday.
A Payday. So I'm going to take the smallest piece I can.
Yeah.
You get to have everything. I'm taking no candy home.
I know.
I'm taking no candy home.
I'm just going to take a little bite, too. I enjoy a Payday, but you know where I enjoy a Payday bar at? The ballpark.
Why?
It's just something about it. I don't have to shell peanuts. It's got the feel of a ballpark. It's got peanuts in it. Mm-hmm. It's a delightfully salty, sweet candy.
See, because of peanuts, it's more like a full food.
It's good. It's not overly sticky. Like when I was a kid, I had a retainer, but it was cemented into my back teeth. It wasn't one of those cool retainers that could come out. It was permanently in my mouth.
And so
I ripped that thing out so many times.
With the wrong thing.
Caramel.
Well, and these have peanuts on the outside, so you're not getting chocolate melting on your hands either.
Right.
That's pretty good. Now I'm going to wash it down with this beer.
It also reminds me of the Little League ballpark. Right? That's our
Payday candy bar. That's pretty freaking good.
I like it.
All right, back to the bad.
Now, do you like the Twix better than the Payday or the Payday better than the Twix?
That Twix jumped out at me and said, "What's up, bitch? It's been a long time." Just like that.
Yeah.
And it was real. The Twix was really good. And it was not my choice tonight. If it winds up getting my vote for the best candy of the evening,
I'll be shocked.
Then we'll see. Number 21 on the bad horror flicks, Beneath the Darkness from 2011. Dennis Quaid.
Oh,
Enough said.
Not Randy Quaid. Dennis Quaid, who's actually a pretty good actor.
Dennis?
Yeah.
No, he's not.
Oh, yeah, he is. Come on.
No, he's not.
Dennis Quaid? Come
he's
on.
He's an over-actor.
Oh, but that's acting. Acting is not being yourself.
Oh, he is being himself, as a matter of fact.
Wow, I'm shocked.
No, I can't stand
Dennis Quaid or Randy Quaid? Who do you prefer?
I would like to go party with Randy Quaid.
Well, who wouldn't?
No, I don't like Dennis Quaid.
Wow, so you are anti-Quaid.
When he was young and he did the movie Breaking Away.
Yeah.
He was one of the cutters. They were young guys that could not see themselves moving on toward college. It was set in Bloomington, Indiana.
Right.
And so they just kind of drifted with nowhere to go. He played the part well, I thought, until I realized every movie he ever played was the same guy. It's Dennis Quaid playing the same guy. So at number 20.
Maybe he's a method actor.
It could be. With Gary Oldman. So it's really weird this would wind up on the worst of all time, although he was also in Werewolf.
Oh.
No. Little Red Riding Hood.
Little Red Riding Hood, yeah.
And it was a horrible movie. I hope it's on here. But Gary Oldman is a terrific actor.
He just disappears and stuff.
He does, and he doesn't ever want to do the same.
I mean, he's
role
done
again.
parts where he had like gold teeth. He was a thug.
Yeah,
He's
no,
done
all over the
sorts
place.
of crazy
All
stuff.
over the place. So this thing gets only 4 out of 100 pumpkins. That's how bad it is.
That looks like my porch.
It's called Mary from 2019. Gary Oldman. I'm not sure that I see.
Mary, like Mary? Mary?
Yeah, Mary. Stephanie Scott. Anyway, don't go see it. That's at number 20. I'll give you 19, and then go back to your list. At number 19, bad horror flick, Six Souls.
Nope, never.
2010. Julianne Moore.
Ooh, I like Julianne Moore though.
I don't like her in movies, and it's not that she's not a good actress. There's something.
Okay, wait a minute. She's an actress by trade, so you don't like her job.
No, I just don't like. If she was to walk in, I'd be like, "Can we leave now?" I don't know what it is about her. I don't know what it is. And I think my
Is
wife.
it because of Boogie Nights?
No.
Do you always just see that character?
No, that's not it. I don't know what it is, but she's in this, and it only gets 4 pumpkins.
Julianne Moore.
I don't know what it
Who
is.
knew you had such an aversion to Julianne Moore?
Rubs me the wrong way, like a bad pair of corduroys.
Well, once again, that goes back to Boogie Nights.
It does, all the way through.
All right.
All right.
I'm going to go through a few more because we're only at 39. I kind of want to get us to some good movies because I think I accidentally got the bad list as well because these don't seem that great. Number 39 from 1942, so this will be campy. It does not have Vincent Price in it. It's called Cat People.
Cat people.
Cat people got no reason. Isn't that the song? People got no reason to live.
So
To me,
I think that might have been remade because I don't remember anything from 1942 called Cat People.
this movie's horrible.
Okay.
Number 38. Now, this is a classic, and once again, this is a suspense movie. Alfred Hitchcock.
Yes.
It is which movie, my friend?
The Birds.
The Birds.
Really?
The Birds.
All right. I would say for people that have an aversion to birds, or if you're young the first time you see it, I don't
Yeah.
care how old that thing is now. It's freaky.
1963. But here's the thing. Out here where we live in the Midwest, not as much in the West Coast, but I noticed when I moved out here 15 years ago that you'll be driving along on a spring day and there'll be some electrical poles, and birds just lined up, and something will happen and a dark swarm of birds will take off and they will just do this whole back and
Like
forth.
a dark cloud. That's
Like a
moving.
dark cloud.
You never saw that growing up in the West?
Not as much.
That's a common thing here, and I think
Right.
you're talking about things that are. I want to guess they're more like swallows and
Yeah,
stuff.
but I think of
And-
this movie.
Yeah. It's how about the crows they had?
Yeah.
Now, how he made all these things happen, I have no idea. Hitchcock was an amazing person.
Well, there's a bird union.
It was. There's a scene where they walk out and there's a playground with crows covering all of the playground equipment. Would you explain to me how the crows stayed there?
No idea. Glue?
I'm telling you, did they have them glued down?
Staples?
There was no pita back then to do it. Staple those
Ooh,
bitches
crow and a
down.
pita? Not very good.
No, I've had crow pita before.
No, crow pita is horrible.
Not
but,
good at all.
But this is a classic movie. Alfred Hitchcock. I would highly recommend somebody just because it's Alfred Hitchcock.
By the way, the movie only takes place. The timeline of the movie is like about 30 hours, I think,
Yeah.
maybe 36.
And it's got movie stars from the time. It's got Rod Taylor, movie star.
Yep.
Tippi Hedren, movie star, mother of another famous actress. I forget who her daughter is, but Tippi Hedren's got a famous actress daughter.
Okay.
Suzanne Pleshette.
Yeah.
This is a young Suzanne Pleshette.
Yeah. Well, her and Tippy are both kind of hot in this thing.
Right,
so it's
Suzanne
got
Pleshette,
going
who,
on.
of course, played the wife in Newhart, and then later came back for one of the greatest sitcom endings of all time,
in.
which was there was Newhart and then a Newhart show. Remember,
Oh, she was at the
remember
inn
the dream
in Vermont or
yeah,
whatever.
he wakes up and
she's back in bed
she's
with
back in bed with him,
And
she's,
even
oh,
by that age, she was always hot.
I know, right?
She was always hot.
Oh my God! And Jessica Tandy.
Oh yeah. Well, she wasn't always hot, but I mean.
She was Miss Daisy, but I
Yeah.
think by the
She's a wonderful person.
So
was a
Miss
wonderful
Daisy was in the 90s, so 30 years later. So this would have been like a 40-year-old Jessica Tandy.
Yeah. So she is Rod Taylor's character's mom in this. I'm telling you. And by the way, here's your spoiler alert on it. It all just goes away at the end, which makes it scarier even yet because why did it start? And
know.
Hitchcock left you knowing it could happen anytime tomorrow in your town. That's what he did. He did a great job.
What a Hitchcock.
Yeah.
All right, number 37, The Wailing from 2016. Never heard it.
Beat the hell out of it.
Exactly. Beat it. I didn't even know it. Number 36, Dead of Night. I shouldn't do that while you're drinking.
Dead of Night by whom?
Dead of Night from 1945.
Okay. That's probably damn good.
No, probably not. Number 35, Under the Shadow from 2016. 99 Pumpkins.
Damn.
After
See, you got to make notes on these things. That's something I should be watching this
after
week.
Shida's building is hit by a missile during the Iran-Iraq War, a superstitious neighbor suggests that the missile was,
And probably
who knows? See,
the missile got a mind of its own.
the problem is, and those of you that are listening or even watching should understand, as we read this list, they're in little boxes.
And we can't go into all the details.
Because I don't want to click away to another tab.
No, and it's crazy all the details they want to provide.
It is. So 34. Let me get you to 30.
All right.
34 from 2020. 100% pumpkins.
Okay. All right.
So this would be
Wait
like
a second, 2020?
from 2020.
Okay.
2020. This would be 6 friends accidentally invite the attention of a demonic presence during an online seance and begin noticing strange occurrences. It's called Host.
It's an online
Host.
seance.
Host.
All right.
From
And you said it's
2020.
100 pumpkins.
100 pumpkins. I don't get it.
Damn.
I don't get it. Number 33. I don't think this is the movie I'm thinking of. This is from 2016, 90 Pumpkins, 10 Cloverfield Lane, which is different than the movie just Cloverfield. Because there was a movie called Cloverfield, and this is 10 Cloverfield Lane.
Okay, wait a second. 10 Cloverfield Lane from 2016?
Yeah.
Is that the one with John Goodman?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So you know this movie.
Oh, it's really worth seeing.
You do.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Now, I see how they're doing stuff in here because we say a horror flick.
Horror.
I don't know that they are all what you would call. Now, that's scary, but
It
I'm
should
not.
just be the list of scary movies.
You haven't seen it, so.
No, I haven't seen it.
It involves. I'm not sure.
Do I need to go see it?
Yes, it's a good flick.
Yeah?
They do a good job on it. Yeah,
All right.
I'd say. How many pumpkins are they given?
90.
Yeah, it's at least worth.
That's
90.
a lot of pumpkins.
All right, what are we down to?
32 from 1960, Peeping Tom.
That would be both of us.
I'm offended by that just by the title.
Really, that's horrible. I can't believe people would do
I
that with
know.
our name. That's so wrong.
31 from 2015, The Witch.
Love the name. I love the name, and I believe the trailers were really strong for this thing.
The Witch.
Yeah, just like that, The Witch. And I don't know if I want to seeing it. I don't think they give it a lot of credit.
The Witch.
Yeah. All right.
All
And at number 30.
Number 30, this is a suspense movie, and I really like this movie. It's from 2011. Comes in at number 30, 92 Pumpkins, The Cabin in the Woods. Do you not know this movie?
Is that Keanu Reeves?
Chris Hemsworth.
Chris Hemsworth.
Yeah.
No, then I don't think I do.
Hmm.
I don't believe
Pretty
that
good.
I do.
Pretty good. All right. So
All right. Couple
we
of
have-
the bad ones on. Wait.
and
Candy.
then-
Candy.
Candy.
It's candy time.
Candy. God, I'm
All
not
right.
going to want to eat dinner.
Are we here? I'll do this one next. It's going to break it up
Yeah.
really nicely. I asked you guys for your favorite candies.
Yes.
We all went to the direction of chocolate,
Yes.
and I didn't want to go here, but I think we have to. And it may not go with what we're drinking at all. But some people think
tell
of
me
candy.
it's black licorice.
No.
Oh.
But some people think of candy and they want something very sugary.
Oh.
I got Skittles, and you're going to have a couple with a beer.
Oh.
Yeah, I know. Get yourself.
So the
Get
flavor
yourself a
of,
couple out there
the,
like that.
the flavor of Skittles while I'm drinking makes me think of some stupid sorority cocktail. Like, hey, tonight for $1 we're serving the Skittles shot. And then later in the bathroom it looks like a freaking rainbow.
There are a lot of people that like Skittles, though.
I mean they're okay.
Oh, man.
I'm drinking beer.
This is really going to go bad.
This is like licking a battery. We're going to eat these
There
and
we
drink
go.
beer?
Here we go.
Oh, it's like licking a 9-volt.
Oh, it's really horrible.
Oh, why did you do this to me?
Because we had to.
Oh, this is horrible.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, for you at home, if you want to play along, pause the podcast or the video. I'm sure there's Skittles somewhere in your house. Everybody has them. And go get some dark beer out of your fridge. Take 3 Skittles and throw them in your mouth and take a bite. And when they just are starting to be kind of sticky,
throw the beer in there.
take a drink of this beer.
That was horrible. That was absolutely disgusting. It was worse than I ever thought it would be.
God.
I'm just not a fan of sugary candy. I like chocolatey candy or
This is
peanuts
horrible.
and stuff like that.
You never see a brewery do a Skittles beer. Hi, my name's Jessica. I'm here for the $1 Skittle shots.
Oh God.
Whoa.
It seems like, but that's like a Zima thing, right? Aren't you going in that direction?
Yeah.
All right, number 18 of the worst horror flicks of all time, Soul Survivors from 2001.
No.
No idea.
Your list sucks.
Although Casey Affleck is in this movie.
Once again, I wouldn't say not the most talented Affleck, but he's had a couple of
Well,
moments.
no, actually, I think his presence on the screen, there are just certain people.
Well, Ocean's 11, he was fantastic.
I mean, they draw you in, you know. I don't know what the deal is with the guy, but he's able to do that. Ben is more outgoing and able to do all these other roles.
Well, he's sleeping with J-Lo.
Does that help him?
I don't know.
I mean, personally,
I'm just saying he's sleeping with
doesn't
J-Lo.
hurt him. Doesn't hurt him.
It doesn't hurt, pal. He's sleeping with J-Lo.
He gets free beers. He goes to the bar. He goes, I'm sleeping with J-Lo. They're like, buy him a shot. Okay, great.
A J-Lo shot.
A J-Lo. That's good.
You like that?
No,
See what I did there?
Give me a little bit.
All right,
over
cool.
here.
Yeah,
That was
thanks.
very good.
Happy Halloween.
Happy
Thank
Halloween.
you. All right.
Number 17 from
God, I can't
2000
get the Skittle out of my mouth.
from 2002. Dentists love Skittles.
Yeah, because it keeps you coming back.
Yeah, you're like, I got this thing. I
just
pulled out
had
a cavity.
my twice-a-year cleaning last Wednesday.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm going to have to go back early.
Yeah, you are.
Oh.
That's why they love it. Darkness from 2002 is number 17. And at number 16, I've seen this movie. It's fairly bad. Tom Welling, Maggie Grace, Selma Blair from 2005.
Oh, but Selma Blair, though.
I know. The Fog.
Yeah.
It's bad.
So-
And I watched it, and I feel like I need to go to confession and be
know,
like, bless me, Father, for I have sinned. How long since your last confession, my son? Since my last time at the theater. Go on.
Yeah.
I went and saw The Fog. And then he hits me.
That's right.
I'm like, what's my penance? Your penance is, I just hit you. I'm going to hit you again. Get out of here.
Yeah.
The Fog was really bad.
Keep your penance to yourself.
Right.
Yeah.
That's what they tried to tell me.
That's what they try to say. You know, the thing about Selma Blair, and I say this respectfully because right now she's very openly talking about how she's dealing with MS and all of that, and I feel for her. But let's go back pre-MS. She's that just dirty enough actress.
I'm sorry?
She's just you know what I'm saying? Like, you see Selma Blair.
Are
and you're
you
like,
saying I like my women just a little on the trashy
just
side?
a little trashy. Just a little bit.
Listen.
Just a little.
Ladies know this.
Come on,
Ladies know
Selma.
this.
Just
Ladies know. Just like women like their boys a little on the bad side.
Yeah.
You don't take that guy home to mama, and nor do you take her,
Yeah.
Selma
no.
Blair, home to
No,
mama. I will give you one more at number 15 as you start going through the top 30. They list this as one of the worst of all time.
Yeah.
And yet, the original is actually a pretty good flick. I think they did a really good job with it. This remake in 2017, Flatliners.
Yeah.
Please tell me you saw the original.
I did.
And it's a good movie.
Right.
And it leaves you
Is
out
that
there.
the one? Now, is the remake with Kevin Bacon and all those guys, or
No, Ellen Page, Diego
Sutherland?
Luna, Nina Dobrev, and James Norton. And 5 medical students embark on
yeah.
a daring and dangerous experiment to gain insight.
Right.
They stop their hearts and see if they wind up going toward the white light.
Yeah.
And then they bring them back to life through the paddles.
Right.
Shock them. And it's a cool idea and a concept. And these guys I'm not going to give it away, but the first one was strong. And I never knew why they went to reinvent it.
I don't know why I did either.
Wait another 10 or 15 years, maybe.
Yeah,
I don't
exactly.
know. All right, back
All
to the
right.
good list.
All right, 20. Wow, so far it's been okay list. 29 from 1965. What a title! 95 Pumpkins. Repulsion.
I never saw this.
It's just, what is this movie about? It's being repulsive.
I like one-word titles, by the way.
Directed by Roman Polanski.
Wow.
Ugh.
Okay, rapist
So
bastard.
65, we didn't have the issue yet, right? Because that didn't happen until like the late 70s.
This is 65?
65 this came out. So this was a respectable Roman Polanski before we knew what his other weird things
I'm
were.
fairly certain.
It was in the late 70s, right? When this happened and he fled the United States.
I want to say mid when the incident occurred.
All right, so
But yeah.
call it 10 years prior. This movie Repulsion came out. Autobiography, perhaps?
Interesting.
All right, interesting. Number 28. Now, this movie, it came out in 1959. I think it got remade later, but this is the original, and I think I've seen the remake when I was a kid and I wasn't supposed to.
Okay.
Eyes Without a Face.
No, I don't think I've seen this. Who's in this? Does it
Nobody
say?
no one that we would know.
No one would know. Eyes Without a Face.
So this is a doctor is riddled with guilt after an accident that caused disfiguring the face of his daughter.
Oh, I don't know that one at
It's
all.
either The Eyes Without a Face or The Eyes of Lorimar. Ooh, maybe that's the movie I'm thinking of. The Eyes of Lorimar. Or
did
The Hills
Billy
have,
did,
or The Hills,
The Hills have eyes. Did Billy Idol have a song called Eyes Without a Face?
Yeah. Yeah, he did.
Okay, that's weird.
Yeah. Eyes Without a Face. and White Wedding. And all right. 27 from 1968. Now, this should be on the list. Another Roman Polanski.
Uh-huh.
Rosemary's Baby.
Dude, yes, absolutely.
Right?
You can watch that thing. Has that been remade?
I think it did.
I think it did. It actually is about as creepazoid as any movie could possibly
It's
be.
got Mia Farrow in it.
Yes.
Right. And
she's the innocent one in here.
Yeah, a young wife comes to believe that her offspring is not of this world.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's not, by the way. Spoiler alert on that.
No. Rosemary's
Oh, and
Baby.
that one was really freaked out for all the Catholic moms out there.
Yeah.
So we were not allowed to ever see that. And I know I saw it.
And
at one
Roman
point.
Polanski, who
And
we now
Roman
later on
Polanski.
learned had a problem with people of
Now you
not of a certain age.
listen to your Catholic mom.
We're getting into movies now. We're at 26, and now I'm starting to see titles that I know.
Okay.
So 1978 at number 26, directed by John Carpenter. So you know this is a great movie.
Okay.
The original Halloween.
Well, I got to tell you, man, it's I love Halloween so much.
Jamie Lee Curtis.
That movie works. I like to see it every single year.
Yeah.
And it reminds me of the feeling of the neighborhoods when I was growing up when Halloween would hit.
Mm-hmm.
The young kids start coming out early. It's still daylight and stuff. Most of us wait till it's closer to night.
That's
and
right.
you had that feel in the air, and they captured it in that movie. Nice job, John Carpenter.
And now there's like Halloween 50.
Yeah, and it's just
and Jamie Lee Curtis is back in this one.
I know.
In fact, I just saw the trailer right when you pulled up to my house.
there's just I will always like the movie Halloween. I will always, and I've seen it.
I will always like Halloween.
How many times have I seen it? 10 times, probably.
Easily.
I don't know.
Now we're getting into 25. So I'm going to give you 25.
All right.
And then we can
And then
either
we'll do
have
another candy.
more candy or whatever the case may be. Number 25, 1991. This is not a horror movie. This is a suspense movie.
All right.
And it is so good. I love this movie.
All right.
The Silence of the Lambs.
Okay.
Come on.
The Shining and The Silence of the Lambs are so close together in how much they freaked me out.
Oh, my God.
That when I left, I know the cinema, I saw Silence of the Lambs.
Yeah.
Walking back to the radio station van that I was driving that night, walking back, I said to my...
Did you premiere it? Is that what it was? Was it a station
Well, I think
premiere?
we promoted it,
Or
yeah.
you just didn't have a car and you drove the station van?
Both.
I've done that before,
Both. We're premiere. I park here. This
Why
good.
is the Hot 96 van in your driveway? Well, you know. We're having a promotion
so
at my house.
We're walking back, and I said to my afternoon drive jock, I go, dude, walk faster.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm freaked out over that movie. He goes, so am I.
Yeah.
Went back, got in the van, and
So many things out of that movie. I mean, do you ever have a problem putting lotion on, for God's sakes?
oh my God, it puts the lotion on. It was scary. Hats off to Jodie Foster, by the way. You never hear people talk about her. She did a great job in that role. She really did.
Oh, there's so many great movies. I mean, go watch. If you haven't watched this movie yet, first of all, what's wrong with you?
Well, no, I'm sure, but I mean, if you haven't seen it in a while, go watch it again. Silence of the Lambs, the original, the whole
It
thing.
puts the lotion on its skin.
All right, we're gonna go with Doug's choice of the Three Musketeers.
Are we going to open it? Do we have to?
Well,
I mean, Doug's not here, so we should screw Doug.
well, are you gonna save it for him? I'm not taking it home.
No, I'll put it in my freezer. I'll eat it
put it in
later.
your freezer.
Because what I like to do with the Three Musketeers is kind of weird. I like to eat the chocolate off around it
That's not kind of weird. That's really weird.
and then eat the nougaty part.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Do you do the whole bar? You eat all the
No.
chocolate up and
No,
down?
that would be weird.
Oh, that would be
No,
weird.
I do like a little section at a time. I'll do like, You know, like
Let me get this right.
Like
You
about
take
that
the
much.
chocolate off the top of it, so now you have a little nougat.
no, not at the top. You bite. You just go chunk like you're eating corn.
No, off the end of it.
Yeah, like all
And
the way
then you
around
leave,
it.
You leave a nougat head at the end?
Yeah.
Oh, that's not weird.
And then you snap
it's a good
it
thing
off.
that's not. Oh, God. Oh, God.
I'll just put
All
that.
right, I'm
just
gonna go-
gonna put that away for later.
I'm going to go with what I and also the Bad Roadie.
Oh, I do like, and this is gonna go perfectly.
All right,
It's-
do you have more beer? Do you have enough beer left?
I do, and some people call that a Reese's.
It's not called
It's
Reese's.
not a Reese's.
It's
It's a Reese's.
That's what it is.
It's
And-
the official candy of sorry, not sorry.
This is a peanut butter chocolate milk stout that we're drinking. So here goes
That's
a
right.
peanut butter chocolate
And then we're gonna go on a
candy.
mad tear because we've been doing this for a little while.
I'm probably going to eat a whole peanut butter cup.
I don't
on
want to
this
like
thing.
Lady and the Tramp one with you, so just give me one.
All right, here you go.
What I like about the
You're taking all the candy, though. I don't want
I
any
know
of
it's
the
all
stuff.
going to go in my freezer,
All right.
never to be seen again for a while.
All right.
All right. What I like about a Reese's peanut butter cup is, first of all, it's got a little wrapper on it, so it doesn't necessarily get gross.
They took the time to package it for you. For the
and
love
if
of
you're
God.
driving
Uh-huh.
and you're eating with these driving, you can do this in a way where, ready? You don't have to get the chocolate on your fingers because you can go like this. You can take a bite, and look at that. I never ever touched the chocolate.
I pulled the wrapper back.
But your
Okay.
fingers are touching chocolate on the top.
Okay, fine. I'm going in.
You should. This will pair perfectly with this Four Hands.
This isn't even like candy. It's food. This is amazing.
Oh, dude, it's perfect pairing. This is perfect.
That's amazing.
Peanut butter chocolate from Four Hands, Absence of Light is what we're drinking, by the way. Looks delightful.
Damn.
Look at that. 2 bites, never touched chocolate one time. Never had one.
Congratulations.
Never had one lesson. Impressive.
Dude,
Damn.
when you got to wash down candy, you need a lot of beer. That's a pint. And
got
it's
to-
like history.
We're going to have to open up another one.
Good gracious. Okay.
All right,
Let's see.
let me rip through some here. Ready? Number 24, The Invisible Man from 1933. Right?
Yep.
Like that one.
It's worth saying.
Number 23 from 1986. Not a horror movie, but a scary movie. Aliens, the original.
No,
Sigourney
wait a
Weaver.
second. Alien is the first.
Aliens.
Aliens is number 2.
That's the second one?
Yeah, but that's all right. It's one of the few.
You're
It's
right.
not even a trilogy. How many did they wind up having? 5, 6, 7?
You're right. Alien was the first one. Aliens was the second one.
Yeah, and it's one of the few where the second one is as good, and some people would argue it's so damn good, you might like it better than the first. I don't care. I think they're both. They
I think it's
live
like
together.
The Godfather. I kind of like 2 better.
I know, but you can't have 2 without 1.
No, I get it.
Even though they did the time warp
but we
thing.
could have had 3 without,
Aliens.
3.
Aliens is a great movie.
right. Like it. Number 22 from 1968, Night of the Living Dead.
Yeah,
Right? That's a great movie.
it's a big deal.
Then we get into 21 from 1932, Freaks, which is weird because the word freaks in 1932, I guess it was a pretty
Well,
prominent word.
It was a more widely accepted word
Sure.
for a lot of things that were those that were abnormal. It's a freakish thing. It's
Well,
a
and this
freak.
was said at the circus when trapeze
Uh-huh.
artist Cleopatra learns that circus midget, which you can't say anymore, Hans, has an inheritance. She marries the lovesick. And that's where it ends.
Okay. Well, yeah, she did. She was going for the money.
Yeah. Top 20. Ready?
Uh-huh.
It Follows from 2014. It Follows.
That's not from it.
After carefree teenager Jay sleeps with her new boyfriend Hugh
What's this rated?
for the first time.
Does it tell you what it's rated?
Uh-uh.
No, this doesn't either.
No.
All right, what number are you at?
I'm at 19.
Give me 19, then I'll give you.
19 from 2008. Let the Right One In. Never heard of it.
That sounds like some procreation.
And it's another Swedish movie. It's got actors like Kavre Hedebrandt and Lena
Bjornberg.
Leandersson and
No.
Per Ragnar and Henrik Dahl.
If you get a Ragnar, you know what you're dealing with there. Number 13 on the worst horror flicks of all time, The Darkness from 2016.
The Darkness.
Featuring Kevin frickin' 7 Degrees from Anybody Bacon.
Kevin Bacon.
At number 12, House of the Dead. Now, that's 2003. The poster on it looks amazing.
Another bad remake.
But it is Clint Howard is in that. Otherwise, I don't know you'll know anybody.
Ron Howard's brother.
Number 11, The Apparition. That's from 2012.
All right.
Nobody will recognize in that. These are the worst. So we're getting to the point. You shouldn't hopefully know any of these. At number 10, it's fear.com. It's all one word.
Did that come out in like early 2000s?
2010.
During the .com era?
Stephen Dorff is in there.
Stephen Dorff.
Stephen Rea is in there also.
Whatever.
Okay, go ahead.
All right. From 2018, number 18, Hereditary.
Yeah,
It's about a disease that you get from your grandfather.
that is scary.
That is scary.
Grandpops, it's scary.
The gout. Number 17, from 1932, Vampire with a Y. Vampyr. 1932.
I've never seen it.
Not me either.
I wonder if it's worth a
No.
crap.
Number 16, from 1956, the original Invasion of the Body Snatchers.
The year is what?
56.
Yes, it was remade again in the early 70s.
Which was a
right?
better
Or
movie.
Mid 70s?
Better movie, better technology.
Yeah. I might have to go back and watch the 56 sometime just to check it out. It's a great premise.
Yeah.
At number 9 on the worst horror flicks, Bless the Child from 2000.
Ugh.
Kim Basinger is in that one.
What?
Jimmy Smits is in there as
What
well.
year is that?
2000. They give it 3 pumpkins out of 100. I mean, we're in the bottom.
Jimmy Smits and Kim Basinger, 3 pumpkins.
Yeah.
Interesting.
At number 8, The Haunting of Molly Hartley.
Never heard of it.
I don't know that one at all.
No.
But anybody in there worth saying? Chase Crawford. Chase Crawford's sister went to our local university
Mizzou?
and became Miss Missouri, I think, and dated Tony Romo. Okay, that got weird. Did that get scary for you? I don't know.
We know a couple of Missouri beauty queens. It all gets scary.
That's The Haunting of Molly Hartley. And at number 7, with 1 pumpkin, Alone in the Dark. Enough said. But Christian Slater, Tara Reid is in that.
I was going to ask you if we got closer to the worst movies, was there more nudity in the worst movies?
I don't know if Tara's nude, but she's pretty.
She was pretty.
Okay,
She's had some work, and it's not good.
Okay. That's the new horror flick.
It looks like she had
Tara Reid.
It looks like she settled for an Earl Shives paint job.
Ooh, damn. Okay.
I paint any car for $99.95.
All right.
Interesting. Number 15, The Lighthouse from 2015. Robert Pattinson, that's the guy from Twilight, right?
I'm pretty sure I like this movie.
Willem Dafoe.
Yeah.
You like this movie, The Lighthouse?
I think so.
2 lighthouse keepers try to maintain their relationship, and that was a different movie. Sorry, I don't know what I was
Dafoe,
reading there.
what's he doing there?
Exactly. Number 14 from 1931, Boris Karloff, the original Frankenstein.
Yeah.
When he basically he strangles a little girl, right, by the river.
Yeah. If you want to watch this together, you're gonna need 2 different computers called up in front of you. Watch Frankenstein and Young Frankenstein. Young Frankenstein, they stole everything scene by scene from Frankenstein. I say stole, but so they took the scenes, and that's how they wrote Young Frankenstein. It's really
Young Frankenstein is hilarious.
It's some great stuff if you watch both of them
and
together.
it's on somebody else's list. All right, 13, The Babadook.
I don't know what that is.
Never heard of that. Number 12. This is in my top 3 of scariest movies. It is why I will not go into the water if I can't see my feet. We've had this conversation with our buddy J-Mac, who's out trying to hunt black bears. I don't want to be eaten. Jaws from 1975.
Jaws was scarier than hell.
Now, mind you, when this came out in the drive-in, I was 6 years old when I saw this movie.
And you saw it. And I was, I think, 11. And
you're not 5 years older than me.
How old are you now?
52.
I'm 58. Yeah, I was 11, I think, when it came out.
You are old.
I was 11 before I turned that September.
That's right.
Because it came out in the summer because it had to.
Ugh.
And I had to beg my mother for 3 months, please let me go see this thing. And I saw it, and I was scared.
God,
to
I
death.
don't like it. I don't like it.
Yeah.
Number 11, 1935, another Boris Karloff, The Bride
Yeah.
of Frankenstein.
She's got the lightning bolts in
Right?
the hair going up here.
I
Yeah.
like it. Not bad, not bad.
Mm-hmm.
Number 10, now this is a movie that just had a sequel come out, and the sequel's amazing.
Okay.
This, from 2018, Jim from The Office directed this movie.
Okay.
John Krasinski, The Quiet Place.
It's pretty damn good.
Suspenseful, right? And Emily Blunt is his wife
Yeah.
in real life.
Oh.
Jim from The Office married Emily Blunt.
So it is. It's worth seeing if you haven't
Yeah.
seen it.
And
it's
and
a
the
good
one
movie.
that the subsequent one that just came out last year, as a matter of fact. So we're in the top 10. Let's hit these up real quick. Number 9 from 2020, a remake of The Invisible Man, which
This is Kevin Bacon.
This would be Elizabeth Moss, Oliver Jackson. No Kevin Bacon in this one. This is from 2020, The Invisible Man.
Oh, 2020. Okay.
Which I get why. I mean, with the way we make movies now, you can really do something great with The Invisible
God.
Man in 2020.
Well, the stuff they did with the Kevin Bacon version, which was probably 15 years before
Right.
that, was amazing.
So let me throw this at you real quick.
All right.
You have a choice of one of two superpowers. You
Uh-huh.
can fly, or you can be invisible.
I want to fly.
I want to be invisible.
All right. I'll be looking for you.
No, you won't. You won't see me. I'll be invisible.
I know. All right.
You wanna
Let's see.
hit up your last ones.
I'm at number 6. I'll give you the 6 through 1, and then we'll go to the best horror flicks of all time, and we'll call it a show. Return of the Living Dead Part 2, 1988 is number 6.
Yeah.
Number 5 is Homecoming from 2009.
Probably got nudity.
Number 4, The Disappointments Room.
That sounds
That
like
it sounds like you were working on building a horrible movie.
it sounds like My Office.
Cabin Fever, 2016.
Oh, it's got cabin and teenagers though. That's a horror movie.
Oh, can it? Let me see. Fresh out of college, 5 friends, Nadine, Matthew, Samuel, face the horrors of a flesh-eating virus. How do they share the virus? Wait till you find out. Number 2. Number 2. This is amazing that they have this here because it's a bad movie.
Yeah.
But it is one of the 4 Jaws movies. The worst of the Jaws movies is Jaws 3 in 3D,
Right.
starring
Jaws.
Dennis Quaid.
Oh Jesus.
Yeah, it's at an amusement park where
And-
they got
and the
fish
shark.
stuff. But Jaws: The Revenge, 1987,
Mm-hmm.
and this is when Ellen Brody goes down to visit the oldest son, Michael, who is studying sea world, sea life down in like the Bahamas.
Right.
And it also stars Mario Van Peebles,
Oh.
and
Who became a great director, by the way.
it doesn't have already listed in here. Anyway, and number 1 is One Missed Call from 2008. Okay, best
Interesting.
horror flicks of all times.
Best horror flicks of all time. Let me go back. Had to adjust your camera a little bit. You got blurry all of a sudden. I don't know why. Number 8 from 1955, The Night of the Hunter.
I don't know that I know that one.
No idea. The Night of the Hunter. Number 7. This should be number 1, honestly. 1922, Nosferatu.
What the hell is that?
That's the original vampire movie, Nosferatu.
From what year?
1922.
So I need to go watch this.
Yeah.
Nosferatu.
It's well,
Nosferatu.
yeah, it's horrible. Number 6 from 1933, King Kong.
Yeah, the original King Kong, dude.
Claymation.
I have seen it so many times. I
Yeah.
never get tired of seeing it. And the bad acting that I know you're going to say it has, it's like I don't care.
I know, but
I don't
man,
care.
it's so good.
You also got to
though.
remember it's what they did back in the day.
Right.
So you got to take that into consideration.
Yeah, agreed. All right. Number 5, the original 1979 Alien.
Yes.
Right.
Absolutely.
Sigourney Weaver.
So this comes in above Aliens on their
yeah,
list.
which it
Okay.
should, right? It's
All
the
right.
original. Ridley Scott.
Yep.
Right.
Yep.
Great director. Number 4 from 2019, Us. Us.
It's a family that I can't even describe it. It's weird.
Yeah, it's
Have you seen it?
No.
It's probably worth watching, I guess.
I guess. I don't know.
It's pretty good. Okay.
Number 3. Now we're in the top 3, right?
Yep.
Any more candy to debut? No.
No, that's it.
So
'cause,
no more candy. We got a little bit of beer
No,
left.
I give you the Three Musketeers. To
All
put
right,
in the
number
freezer.
3 from 1919.
Yes.
99 Pumpkins. The Cabinet of Dr. Caligari.
Why do I think there's no way in God's creation I ever saw this?
At a carnival in Germany, Francis and his friend Alan encounter the crazed Dr. Caligari.
Nope.
No? No.
I don't know. Maybe they're saying it's one of the top of all time.
It's top 3. Number 2, I don't disagree with this. From 2017, this was a great movie. Now, this movie was directed by a person who I don't think you would expect to direct a movie like this. He was more known for comedy.
Okay.
Part of a comedy duo. Get Out. Jordan Peele.
I like the name. I like the name. I have not seen it.
It's a great movie.
I think I remember the trailers, though, and I would like to check that thing out. I want you to tease me with number 1.
Like tickle you with a feather?
If that's what it takes.
All right, I can do that.
I want you to tease me with number 1. Give me some little tiny tidbits first. And I have to try to remember last week what we had and what we haven't had.
This is the number 1 scary movie of all time.
Okay, all right. According to Rotten Pumpkins.
Rotten Pumpkins. This gets 96 pumpkins.
Okay.
It came out in 1960.
Okay.
That'll give it away.
Yeah, give me something simple, not.
It involves a knife.
Okay. Is that all you can give me? Is there more?
It's hard to give you good clues without giving it away.
Can you give me one of the stars? Oh,
Vera.
I already know.
Vera Miles.
I know you're going deep on the stars because the movie is Psycho.
Psycho from 1960,
Yes.
the original Psycho.
Yeah.
Scary movie. Guy's got a mother issue.
Mm-hmm.
Dresses up like his mother.
Mother issue on its own is scary. So as my wife will attest.
Psycho.
I think that's
number one.
I don't blame them putting that number 1 at all.
No, how
It's
could you
another
not?
Hitchcock.
Yeah.
And he had a way of doing things.
Anthony Perkins, Janet Leigh.
Anthony Perkins, who by the way was an up and coming star,
Mm-hmm.
and he was kind of like an every boy, all right?
Mm-hmm.
And in that movie, he took a left turn at Albuquerque.
Yeah. Do you know why Janet Leigh's character, what the deal was with her? Do you remember what her issue was and like how they ended up meeting in the movie?
She has some money and she's running.
She was a secretary and she's on the lam, which is something you would say in 1960. She's on the lam.
You can say it now too if you want
from
to.
stealing $40,000 from her employer.
Yeah, she
$40,000
had
in 1960 was a shit ton of money.
a hell of a lot of money. She was depositing or something, and then all of a sudden she had this cash, and she's like, if I just leave now,
Yeah.
and if I just take off, I could do this, and she does.
Done.
And then she doesn't know where to go and what to do, and she stops off at the Bates Motel.
Yep.
And
he was the master of that place.
yeah, because Mama was a little on the crusty side, if you know what I'm saying on that thing. That I got to say, Psycho. By the way, Alfred Hitchcock, black and white movie.
Yeah.
Hershey's chocolate syrup down the drain. That's what they used for blood.
Because it's black and white.
Black and white. Nobody knew.
Yeah,
Nobody
I get
had any idea.
Speaking of
Yeah.
chocolate down the drain.
I already finished off mine.
All right. Cheers. Good
Put yours
beer.
down the drain. That was tasty. A lot of the candy went well. Skittles and beer does not go together. I'm going to mention that now. And for Doug, thanks for being here. Your candy bar is going to be awaiting you in the fridge. Fridge or freezer?
Bad Doug. Bad Doug.
Bad Doug, all the way. Happy Halloween.
This has been a podcast story. Tom's World Beer Tour. For future episodes, download and subscribe where you get your podcast, including Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Podcasts, Stitcher, iHeart, and Amazon Music. Follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Or send us an email at tomsworldbeertour@gmail.com. All content property of Tom's World Beer Tour, copyright 2021. No beer was harmed during this production. Only consumed.